Okay, thanks a lot, Les. You know, when you pay hard-earned money to rent a home, you kind of expect that you're going to be comfortable, right? Well, when a local woman shelled out hundreds of dollars, she didn't get comfort. Instead, she says she felt like she was living in dangerous, hazardous conditions. So she called the Fox 13 problem solver, Scott Madaus, to step in, help out. Scott joins us live in the studio with details. Hey, Scott.
Oh, hey, good evening, Merle. And help out we did. Melvia Anderson put down $525 for her first month's rent and deposit in early July. And almost as soon as she inked that deal and paid the money, she knew she'd just made a mistake. Only the Fox 13 problem solvers could help. Down this side street off Summer Avenue is where you'll find Melvia Anderson. And it's inside this rented home where she not only lives and raises her 5-year-old son, but also waits for her new due date. But if you look closely around this rented home, you'll soon see some of the major problems Melvia is dealing with.
It's supposed to be within safety and health-wise condition.
You have children.
I have children. And finna have another one.
But the problem here goes back well over a month. After seeing an ad in the paper for a rental house, Melvia says she checked out this Lipford Street home. A short time later, paying the deposit and first month's rent in full, $525, she finally moved in, but says there were problems with the home before she ever signed the first check.
I haven't seen him, but for money.
Melvia claims, according to the newspaper ad and her agreement with the owner and landlord, Robert Jefferson, there was to be a wall-mounted air conditioner unit, a refrigerator, and a kitchen stove.
I thought it was going to be, I have my heat, I have my air, I have my stove to cook. Everything will be right, but it's not right. It's not livable.
But there's more. Take a tour of the home and you'll soon see, then feel Melvia's pure frustration firsthand.
I'm to the point where I'm not getting no response. I'm not getting treated right here.
In the living room, where a wall-mounted thermostat should be, all that remains are 2 exposed wires.
It's supposed to be the heat system where you can flick it on and flick it out.
Look to the far wall and you'll see a window. But look at the window frame itself and you'll notice it's falling apart. Look close enough and you can actually see through the frame to the outside sky.
Look at it. Would you pay for this?
On the walls, you'll see exposed outlets missing their covers.
It's very dangerous. It's hazardous.
Also missing from the room is an air conditioner.
This where the unit is supposed to be at.
Walk through the main hallway, but be careful. What appears to be grated nails pop out at the bottom of every single door frame.
You can hear me scratching with my feet. These are nails. You can hear it.
But it's in the kitchen where Melvia said enough is just enough. What was a part of the deal, what she says was in the newspaper ad, and what most families can't live without, you'll notice something is missing.
This is not me. This is not livable for me.
No stove. For her family, Melvia can only cook food in this small microwave.
That's it. That's just basically it. It's nothing else.
So when her calls for help and action, she says, were not being listened to by the man who took her money and by the man she calls her landlord, the man named Mr. Jefferson. She turned to the Fox 13 problem solvers. That's when we took notice, then took action. After seeing the problems ourselves and after sweating the heat with Melvia, we set to get answers. After initially calling with no success, we paid Mr. Jefferson a surprise visit at his rental property while he thought he was picking up the rent check from Melvia. How you doing, Mr. Jefferson? Scott Madaus, Fox 13 News.
Hey, Scott.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Got a couple questions for you about your house here. Okay. At first, Jefferson would not get out of the car, but a short time later, understanding how serious we were, we took him for a tour of his own house.
That's thermostat wire where somebody's torn down the thermostat.
Okay, who tore down the thermostat?
I have no idea.
Miss Anderson, was the thermostat there when you moved in?
No, it was not.
Okay.
No. Where is the thermostat?
That's a good question.
Why did you take the stove?
The electric stove that does not go in this house.
Why was it here then?
It was here because we moved it from another house.
So where did you take it?
I took it to another house where it belonged.
Why was it here then?
It was here because I had it stored here, Scott.
Was it hooked up?
I hooked it up temporarily for her in the driveway.
And can you tell me why there are spikes coming out from the floor right here that both these two folks have actually cut their feet on? Can you please tell me why there are spikes on the floor?
Spikes are there because that's where carpet was taken up, Scott.
Okay, that seems pretty dangerous, though.
Oh, okay.
Does it not seem dangerous?
I mean,
there's a child living here.
I don't think it's... Scott, yes, we need to change those out.
You do need to change those out?
Yeah.
But when I asked Mr. Jefferson about the missing stove, he blatantly told me the ad did not list the home as coming with a stove. Where is the stove that, per the ad, is supposed to be inside the house?
Have you seen the ad, Scott?
Is there supposed to be a stove inside the house?
No.
Is there supposed to be...
No appliance. This is a house now, not an apartment.
But what Mr. Jefferson did not know, I have a copy of his classified ad, which specifically says the home comes with a stove. You're telling me about truth?
Truth. Truth doesn't go on TV too well.
Truth. You're telling me about truth?
Yes.
Truth.
Truth.
So after a stale conversation about the truth, Jefferson agreed to give back the only thing we set to get back from Melvia. The only thing that could put her mind at ease. Getting out his checkbook and signing a check with his pen, Mr. Jefferson gave back all the money Melvia paid.
I have my money back, full $525 check, so y'all can see I'm happy that you all satisfied and solved my problem. Thank you very much. And that's it.
Now, Melvia moved out of the house on Friday evening and is expecting her baby within the next couple of weeks. Now, if you have a problem, I can solve it. And I want to hear from you. Email me at problemsolvers@myfoxmemphis.com. Live in the studio, Scott Madaus, Fox 13 News.